Hey everyone, Andrew Hess here, and today I wanted to talk about why you might want to use Visual Studio Code to manage your Copilot Studio agents. And for me, I'm finding it very valuable to learn exactly how Copilot Studio works. I can actually work faster in Visual Studio Code than I can in the UI of Copilot Studio. Let me show you some of the main reasons that I like to use it. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so I am in Visual Studio Code. Now, one thing that I really like to use with Visual Studio Code and Copilot Studio, of course, is AI. So in the bottom right here, if we move me, we can actually see I do have GitHub Copilot down here. So to me, it's very beneficial. All right, so here we are in Visual Studio Code. I like to work in dark mode. I have a terminal. Let me close. Let me just kind of start off with very blank Visual Studio Code. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to extensions. I'm going to search for Copilot Studio. Make sure I'm zoomed in too. Let's zoom in. I'm going to search for Copilot Studio. Let's see, can we find what I want to find? Copilot Studio here, and I'm going to install. So I'm going to install that Copilot Studio extension, but not only that, I believe there's a pre-release version, so it's installing right now. I'm going to switch to the pre-release version because I'm using all the new features. I want all the new stuff here today. Okay, so I have that installed. You can see that now. Icon right here, or right here next to my head, you can actually see the Copilot Studio icon right here. And I am already connected to my environment. So I made sure to connect to my environment. We can see I have a couple developer environments. And just to be honest, one of the main reasons that I like to work in Visual Studio Code with Copilot Studio is because I do have GitHub. Now I do have a GitHub Copilot Pro license, which gives me access to AI. And to this is many different types of AI tools, right? I believe you can do GPT-5.4, 5.5, or Claude, right? And so I normally just leave it on auto. I allow it to decide which model it wants to use because there's a 10% discount if you do that. Now, I am connected to my environments. We can see right here, I am connected already to my environments. I'm going to go to my developer environments. Before I did any work, what was something that I needed to do? I went ahead and backed up my agent that I'm working on, and I exported and imported into both of my environments, right? That way I don't break anything. Currently with Visual Studio Code and using the extension, I don't think you can create new. As you can see right here in the instructions, you can create new agents at here or sign up at here, right? So creating new currently today is not possible. So if you want to create new, you actually have to do that in the UI in Copilot Studio. Okay, so let's go ahead and clone an agent. And when I say clone, that means I want to take an agent from the cloud and I want to pull it into my local hard drive. And the one I want to do is what we worked on last week. And last week, if you have not seen that video, we worked on a restaurant business. And it has 3 agents. And you can see the children agents here, a chef agent, IT agent, and a recipe agent. Now, just to update you, I did make a small change. So what I added was all the way down here. I added an output, and it's very small, and it's called findings. But if you go to the open code view, this is what I added. So I added this in here. It was a findings output. I wanted to return the findings and make sure to return the structured findings to the parent using this format. And I don't want it to respond. So that's kind of what I told it to do, was return only structured findings to the parent agent. So I added this to all 3 of my children agents, and I think it is working very well, and it's very consistent. But since I was working in that, I was like, man, I should really pull this into Visual Studio Code. So let's clone our restaurant business. So it's a very simple agent. Let's clone it using GPT-5 chat. I'm going to click on clone. It's going to probably ask me the environment or the agent. I'm going to start with my environment here. And I'm going to find my restaurant business parent, and I'm going to clone it in the folder that I currently am in. And it's a Copilot Studio folder. Okay, so here in the bottom right, you can see that it is cloning. It's working on that. We will then see it in the Explorer. So when I click on Explorer, we can actually see our restaurant business. Right here is the YAML of the parent of the agent. So this is very, very simple. You can see that it's using GPT-5 chat. And this matches exactly what we see in the UI UX. So here, these are the exact same instructions. Even the extra space is in there. And so this is very helpful. We can go into our agents. We can see each of the agents and their knowledge. And right here, this agent.mc.yaml is actually our chef agent. So you can see that here. And it has all the extras that I put into the agent, including that new output type that I included, right? So this is really nice to have. This is one of the main reasons that I like to use GitHub Copilot, or not just GitHub Copilot, but Visual Studio Code with the Copilot Studio extension, is to be able to visualize everything in GitHub. But what makes this more powerful? Let's move me again. How can I take this to the next level? For me, I'm going to open the terminal, right? And I'm going to trigger GitHub Copilot. So I've already had this installed. If you want to learn how to install that, I'll put a link in the video. But I'm going to activate GitHub Copilot in the terminal because this is where I like to work on GitHub Copilot. I like to work on the terminal in Visual Studio Code right here. That way I can have multiple terminals. It's a preference. So that's what I like to do. Now, this is where you can take things to the next level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another LLM, and this is just for the first time. I want to come up with instructions to review review my Copilot Studio and give me tips. So on the side, another LLM, just to come prepared for this video, I came up with a prompt. Let me put it in Notepad for you so you can see it. All right, so let's take a look at this prompt here. This is the prompt. This is the prompt that I'm going to put into GitHub Copilot. It's review this clone Copilot Studio agent as if you were a senior Copilot Studio architect. I don't know if that's necessary, but yeah, it's kind of going over the overall architecture. It's rating each piece, give a score on each rating. Top 10 issues ranked by severity, top 10 quick wins. So this is a very, very beautiful prompt. It works at this workspace, so the current place that I'm in right now. And so I'm just going to paste that right in. And I'm going to let GitHub Copilot look over my entire workspace or my agent, and it's going to rate and tell me things that I can change. Now, just because AI, right now we're on GPT-5.4, it looks like. So right down here, it says we're using GPT-5.4. Just because it gives me suggestions doesn't mean I need to take them, but some of them actually help me, and it could be beneficial to learn. So I think this is one of the most beneficial things you could do with Visual Studio Code and Copilot and GitHub Copilot is to use it to rate and review your agent. So we can see it's kind of giving me a rating, and actually it's not that high. It's pretty strict. So we can kind of see it does like the parent orchestrated agent, clear parent-child separation. The contract is still too loose, it says. The parent has almost no operational policy. Besides combined findings, kind of goes into each of those sections as I asked it to review. The architecture is acceptable. The implementation discipline is not. So it's pretty harsh on me. It told me that it's not perfect. But what I want to do now is I want to take this to the next step. So this is number 2. So number 1 is using Copilot, GitHub Copilot to rate it. Number 2 is to, once you as an enterprise, as your business, as your company, has figured out the prompt that you want to use to rate your agents. And maybe this is different as new agents come out, right? So maybe someone goes in there and they edit their prompt. What I want you to do is create a skill. And I'm going to save it at my top level folder here. So I could actually have, let me just for demonstration purposes, clone another one. So let's just clone this one here. So I've actually pulled in 2 agents. Now you can see I have my restaurant business agent, my test 2 agent, and you can see I have Copilot Studio. Let's kind of just close everything. We can see our agent in here. We have 2 agents. What I want to do now is I want to create a reusable skill. So let me start Copilot back up. And what I'm going to tell it is I want to create a reusable skill that is always used from this folder to review my agents using, I'll just paste in that what we had in before. You can come up with your own terminology or your own skill, but it's kind of just those instructions that we had before. But the thing is I want to create a skill. And I want to create a reusable skill that is always used from this folder to review my agents. And so we're going to let Copilot Studio, or we're going to let GitHub Copilot do its magic to create this skill. I found 2 agent workspaces. I'm ready for the primary Copilot Studio artifact. Determined. So, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I did have workspace at the top. Let's see. Okay, do I want to run this? We can kind of like edit it as we keep on working with it, right? That's the idea of AI to begin with, is not to accept the everything initial that comes up, but kind of have an iterative approach. So I'm just letting it run everything that it asked. But the point is I want a repeatable skill that people in my environment, at my enterprise, at my place of work, or just myself, if I want to keep this for myself, but with multiple agents, I want it to review my agents and give me feedback. And I don't want to have to paste the prompt in or save it somewhere else. Perfect. So now it's creating that review skill. All right, it wrote it for me. I'm just going to accept it. We can see right here is my skill. It gave it a very long name, Copilot Studio Production Readiness Review. Runs a strict file-based product readiness review. So this is the description, right? Think of this just like an agent, right? You have your title and your description. Okay, so now I can call upon that skill if it's should be saved, right? It should be good. The skill name should be lowercase letters only. Let's kind of fix that. Copilot Studio Production Readiness Review. And I believe there should be no spaces either, honestly. Let's kind of fix what the AI gave us. Okay, so that was fixed. But now we have this beautiful skill based on all of our rules. And I don't want to do this during my entire video, but you can make this better than me. I can just say review. It kind of has my parentheses in there, but review restaurant business with the Copilot Studio Production Readiness Review School. I allow it to review. It's going to call upon that skill.md up here. And you can see right here, it called upon the skill. Pretty neat. And now we have a reusable skill for our Copilot Studio libraries. So I'm just going to cancel that. We already ran that one time. But you can see how that ran. Now what's even cooler is I could be like, let's create another skill that draws the architecture of my Copilot Studio agent in HTML. So now I'm creating another reusable skill. Now skills are also coming to Cowork, but right now it's kind of neat to show them in GitHub Copilot Studio because this is something I can do today. It's kind of funny now. Instead of focusing on how to code and you know how to code, you have that small, you have that skill or that knowledge. Now you need to pull back, right? Pull back and say, okay, I'm the architect of all my knowledge. How can I be the orchestrator of my knowledge to run the skills that I want to? You can see here, let's see, what did it do? So you can see now over here, I have an HTML. Let's kind of open it up, take a look at it. I'll pull it over. But I have this now, this HTML file with this architecture diagram. Kind of goes through the entire architecture Now, this is a lot of information that we were able to generate in just a few minutes. What I would probably tell it is, focus on the child agent scope, but kind of right in there, the scope of the child agents kind of talks about them and each of their knowledge. Look at the risks and the component inventory. We have this beautiful documentation now, something that a lot of developers are kind of missing, and maybe you don't like creating documentation, so create a skill. And here you go. This is beautiful. Okay, so now we've talked about a few different reasons to using Visual Studio Code with GitHub Copilot or without GitHub Copilot. I prefer with AI. My last and final reason, and this is more of a side reason for me, is you may run into an issue where you can't, like I had an issue where I was trying to write my output type and the UI was like fighting me. It wasn't perfect. What's very useful is if you run into an issue and say you wanted to remove the output type, you can easily come in here, remove the output type, right? And then what you do is you just come over to Copilot Studio on the right side. It will notice, so if we go ahead and click Save, it will notice that there is a local change, and then you can easily just apply these changes to your restaurant business agent and push them right back up to the cloud. The agent, the chef agent, we scroll down, we then see that output has actually been removed. So we can actually push changes right back up into the agent, into the cloud, a lot faster, right? So the speed that you can do things instead of clicking through topics, instead of clicking through knowledge, right? Clicking through each one, the speed that I can do things in Visual Studio Code, and we can push it back, right? Let's push it back, click Save. We'll go here. We'll go back to Copilot Studio. We'll push it back to the parent. The speed that I can do this in Visual Studio Code is actually faster for me than it is in the actual, let's go back to the agent, in the actual UI UX, right? So now if we scroll all the way back down here, we go to Advanced, give it a refresh. In the CLI is a lot faster. As you can see, we've returned those outputs to return only structured finding to the parent agent. So these are all great reasons to use Visual Studio Code. Things are going to change in the future, but today I wanted to show you that you can use Visual Studio Code if you're a pro developer and you really don't want to work in the UI, UX, low code, no code world. You always have Copilot Studio, GitHub Copilot if you'd like, to help you build an agent. So thank you all for watching. My name is Andrew Hess. I'll see you next week.